Now, before getting into the video, I do want to preface that I do not condone any harassment or bullying towards any of these creators. I am simply making this video to shed light on some irresponsible behavior within the fandom that has been spoken about more recently. Be sure to check out the Blue Sky account called Black Typhumarang if you don't want to read the entire document, as they give you a summary of what's in there. Trust me, I understand it's quite long, but it's informative. Me and one of my Discord moderators who want to remain anonymous made the Black Typhumarang account to share more screenshots and spread awareness of the situation without people needing to read the whole document. Be sure to check out the media tab on that account specifically, because recently I had to tell my moderator to trim some of the screenshots down due to them being kind of irrelevant. The document itself will also be linked in there. This video is mainly just going over my personal experience within the whole situation. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I will not be using my usual cheerful tone because today we are talking about something quite serious. I've been noticing a huge uptick in pro-ship art in the community, and I would like to speak out on it. I hope you can stick around for this, as these are topics that have become more of an issue as of recent, that I feel people need to be warned about. Viewer discretion be advised throughout this entire video. I will put timestamps for when certain things are talked about in case you want to get right into the details, or partially in full whenever you can, to really get the idea of how serious these things are. Let's not waste any more time here. So, a slight trigger warning for this section. I will be talking about COCSA and incest in this section, so if that's a trigger for you, please feel free to skip this portion. Now, there is an argument that it could be a coping mechanism for the person drawing pro-ship art, and although that may be true, I, as well as a lot of people, feel like drawing it publicly online and borderline romanticizing it is not good either. But there needs to be a healthier outlet for them to do that, instead of posting their works online. It leads other people with similar issues into thinking that it's okay to be doing stuff like this due to how many out there are publicizing their works and supporting their views behind it. The sad truth is that it only makes their mindset much more unhealthy and could lead them into a worse mental state or doing something that could hurt them and others. Whether the person posting realizes this or not, it's poisoning a lot of young and susceptible minds, and it leads to a lot more harm than good down the line. If you or anyone you know is in an incestuous or abusive relationship, please feel free to check out the link in the pinned comment. You're not alone and there is help for you. Now, I know it may seem obvious to many of you who may be watching this, but I need to clarify why pro-shipping is a bad thing to do and how it can be extremely dangerous within fandoms, especially fandoms like this one that are mainly made up of minors. If you're already educated on this matter, you can skip this part of the video and go on to the main point. I've commonly heard the argument that it's fictional, it's not hurting anybody. Yes, the characters that you are shipping together may not be real and you're not hurting the fictional characters, but there are real-life kids who you are unintentionally putting in harm by defending, supporting, or passing aside said art. As I've said before, a child or someone who lacks the mental stability or self-awareness could come across this type of art and think the situation they're going through is normal and victimize themselves if something similar is going on in the household. We have to remember this fandom and many fandoms online have lots of kids in them. And some kids don't come from good households or understand boundaries, leading them to hurt down the line. Whether you like it or not, it's our job in this community. In whatever position you're in, we need to regulate what we end up posting online. Even in more healthy environments, you may not realize these things can happen. Like what happened to me, for example. When I was around 7 or 8, I went to a family reunion. A little while later, all of the kids that were older than me went to go do something else. Before I could go off with them, my older cousin came up to me and asked me if I wanted to play mommies and daddies. And of course, with me being so young, I thought it would be a normal game of it, but unfortunately for me, it wasn't. She told me to get underneath the covers with her, and then she started to rub my body and kiss me. Now, luckily for me, no actual SA happened. Now imagine if that wasn't just a family reunion. Imagine if me and her were siblings living together within the same house. And she did more than what I just described. Yeah, doesn't sound so cute and wholesome now, does it? If you need more convincing, look at the Duggar family from 19 Kids and Counting. In short, the oldest boy was caught molesting his sisters multiple times, and when they came to their parents, they didn't do anything, essentially. Imagine a child in that very same situation going through the same exact thing, thinking it's normal because they see some art online basically glorifying it. It's really disgusting stuff to think about. There are videos that talk about these sorts of situations, or talk about the exact subject matter in more depth than I could. I will link this in the description of the video. Please go check them out.